What's up, y'all? It's your man G-Wade holding it down. G-Wade Podcast, Simply Connect ATL. Still here at the lovely Aloft Hotel, talking to all the stars and celebrities, a.k.a. the businessmen and women of Atlanta, and even the authors. My man Louie, who's the author of The Dynamic Man.
That's right.
What's up,
right.
fam?
How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, you're an author and you wrote the book, The Dynamic Man.
That's right.
Now, explain what that title means.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, the title, so what I found was, like, when I was growing up and, like, I was in the dating scene, I was meeting women, I was always told to be, like, you know, like, kind of like a player, kind of like, you know, kind of cold,
Gotcha.
Standoffish, and it worked.
Yeah.
But then I got into, like, a long-term relationship, and then those things really did not work. Because like the women needed more emotional, and I didn't know how to move around that. I was just, because I'm like being a tough man is what helped me get this way in life. I'm like, how am I gonna navigate that? So like I couldn't keep my women happy until I learned how to be more emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
So then I figured I can't get rid of the other side either because it's necessary to be like a man.
Absolutely.
So the dynamic man is the concept of, hey, you don't have to lose out. You don't have to be a weak man to be emotionally intelligent because there's a lot of problems that require that emotional intelligence to solve, especially raising kids, having a wife, so on and so forth, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like whatever, even business.
Yeah.
So that's the dynamic man is a man who can bounce back and forth from being a traditional man to a modern, emotional, intelligent man when needed.
Gotcha. Well, let me ask you this because you mentioned you and the way you were taught and what you had to kind of change or transform a bit to show that emotional intelligence. What were some of the steps that you had to take, and what was the catalyst that made that come about? Yeah,
and I talk about this in the book.
Okay.
So I was dating my now wife at the time. We were like girlfriend.
Up.
Yeah, thank you. Just dating, after living together. She's like, hey. She when I met her, she was in a PhD program for psychology. So, you know, she's yeah. But I'm a college dropout, so I don't really know all this.
I feel you.
So she's like, you're not really telling me about your feelings. I'm like, I am. I'm like, I'll prove it to you. Let's go to therapy. Went to therapy, and then the lady there is like, yeah, you're really not doing nothing.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay. I humble myself. She showed me a list of emotions. I'm like, I don't know none of these. I know happiness, sadness, anger, disgust. I don't know about any. So I'm like, okay, let me try to learn about this because my girl, she likes me, but she doesn't feel like I'm actually able to talk to her emotions or talk about my emotions. And then that was the journey that kind of the catalyst for me.
Okay. Yeah. So what were some of those, if you don't mind, some of those emotions that you discovered that you were not, being able to show?
No, absolutely. Empathy. Be empathetic. You know what I mean? I think that's a big one. That's basic.
Yeah, basic.
I feel like listen. I always felt like I can be empathetic, but I did not know how to show it in like real life to women.
Got you. Okay.
To my guys, like how to apologize to a guy is different how you apologize to a woman. If you do something to offend, if I do something to offend you, I'm like, hey, bro, I ain't mean to. I'm sorry.
My bad.
Yeah. A woman's gonna be like, that's an excuse. You're not talking about my feelings yet. You're not saying, hey, I know I hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like empathy, like saying like I'm disappointed instead of just I'm always angry. I'm angry. Because if you say you're angry, you telling the other person, they get defensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you say I'm disappointed because I'm hurt, those are words I did not use.
Okay.
I had no use for it. You know what I mean? So those are things that I learned.
Okay. So how were you able to, in your book, able to display that or able to relay that information out in your book?
Oh yeah, so I explain it, like I talk about my journey, like understanding, hey, what it takes to be a man. And then as a man, it doesn't just, the times have changed. You can't just get away with, I'm not gonna talk to you as my, you're my woman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, hey, listen, this is what happened to me. I relate, hey, I was doing well, but I was stuck here. When I learned how to be emotionally intelligent, I've been with my wife for going on 8 years now, and we're still pretty happy, like on day one.
Okay,
right?
Nice.
So, and then I just explained, and the concept is, hey, you need to be adaptive, be able to adapt to new situations and learn new skills when you need to, or else you're never gonna get to the next level.
Yeah, true that. Now, was there ever any concern with like you being too vulnerable to your lady?
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's a lot of relationship videos on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all that, and everybody talks about you can't be too emotional. Available to your woman because now you look soft and she won't look at you the same. She'll treat you like you some little punk, simp, or whatever. So how did you approach it when it becoming emotionally vulnerable to her?
Yeah, that's a very, very, it's nuanced. You can't be, because you're right. If you're always crying to your girl, she's gonna be like, well, where's my chance to cry? You're taking over all that space.
Yeah.
So you can't be weak.
Yeah.
You just have to know how to handle them with care. The way I look at it is like this. I'm a man. We're men. We can move that big chair.
That's right.
By being strong. But if there's a little baby here, we're not gonna be like rough with it. We're gonna be soft with it.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta have to understand what level of softness you can get down to where you're not getting weak.
Gotcha.
Being weak is like you have no spine.
Yeah.
But you can still be soft with her without being weak. And like if you're crying all the time to her, that's being weak. Because she needs to cry really more than you cry to her. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really that balance.
Okay. And so when somebody picks up your book, first of all, when does the book come out?
The book comes out in November, last couple weeks of November. I'm not going to say the date yet. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
For pre-orders, and then it may be out the first week of December for actual purchase. So I'm going to do the pre-orders. International Men's Day is what I'm shooting for now. And then, depending on how things go, really, So thank you for asking.
No, that's what's up. And so they'll be able to pre-order it at that point.
Absolutely.
Will it be print? Is it all
formats?
All formats.
So right now the PDF version is available for digital version.
Dope.
I'm doing the audio book right now, and then the print is Amazon will print it out for me. So it's all set.
Okay.
So all that's all set.
Okay, that's what's up. And if people want to find out more about you and the book, where do they go?
Yes, you could go on my Instagram. I'm very active.
Okay.
So it's Louis.Masensi, LOUIS.MASENSI. And if you want to find my website, it's LouisMasensi, spelled the same way, .com, LouisMasensi.com.
Okay. And tell them the name of the book and where they can get it, Amazon and all them platforms.
Yeah, so right now you can go to LouisMasensi.com to register. Put your email down. We'll get you added to the list. When everything is ready, we'll send you an email to LouisMasensi.com. It'll be available on Amazon.
That is so what's up. Well, I certainly appreciate you sitting down and sharing your information about your book. I certainly want to be able to get on that list so I can be one of the purchasers of that book.
Appreciate you, brother.
And support the move and all that good stuff, man. Because like I said, we talk about being vulnerable, or we talk about not being vulnerable, when really we should be doing somewhat the opposite when it comes to our women.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
Whether it's your daughter, your sister, your mom,
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah.
Good stuff, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, G-Wade.
You know how it is, man. My man, Louis doing what he do, man. The author, man, doing what he do. I told you the stars and celebrities right here at the Simply Connect, right here at the lovely Aloft Hotel. G-Wade Podcast. Don't y'all go nowhere. I don't know. I think we might be getting ready to wrap up, but nonetheless, y'all don't go nowhere.